Hey guys, and welcome back to All Things LaToya. So today, as you can tell, I'm gonna be doing like a little mukbang. I'm super excited because I have been dreaming about Wingstop. So I was dreaming it and now it's manifested. So ignore all the stuff in the background and also ignore me breathing so hard. I was trying to like get all this like situated because I am in my office space where I do my lip gloss. So I had to kind of like move things around because I was already like trying to reorganize stuff. So yeah, throw away some stuff, make room for some new stuff. Anyway, if you're new here, thanks for tuning in. Please make sure, hopefully you decide to subscribe and make sure you turn on post notifications, as well as for my current subscribers. Thank y'all for tuning in today. Thank you for all your love and support. And if you're interested in this video, which you should already know in the title, please stay. So I have 10 barbecue wings, and then I have 7 Louisiana rub, and then 7 original hot. Then some fries, and then of course the veggies. And I got some ranch, so. I have some napkins down here too. So this video is going to be in response to several videos that I've done before in regards to my fibroids and that whole process and everything that went into it, the surgery and all that good stuff. So I constantly, let's bless our food. Anyway, oh, and I have a Dunkin' Donuts coffee. It's the Charlie. It's pretty good. And I also have some water. So forgive me about the dates, but you know, all the videos are on my channel and I may link a few up here too. But basically I just wanted to respond to some comments. I literally always get comments on these videos, as well as I get like DMs on Instagram and like people reaching out to me about my experience. And so for me, it feels amazing because I don't know about y'all, but like one thing in life is I always want to do something that impacts somebody else, maybe helps change their life or just inspires them in some way. And so like I've had people reach out to me. I've even referred some ladies to my fertility doctor, the one who did the surgery. But nevertheless, like I said, I keep getting questions and I just thought it was only right to just do a video just responding to some of those questions in general. Now, I didn't make any notes because I just didn't. So one of the questions I always get is, how were your periods after your surgery? That's a very good question because me personally, when I had the fibroids, it was horrible. I'm talking about like having to change your pad, like don't even try to use a tampon, that's a joke. Having to change your pad like every other hour, something like that. Always like bleeding through your clothes. It was just really, really uncomfortable. It was the kind of cycle that like you just wanted to stay at home and like hide. But after surgery, amazing. Absolutely amazing. I think the first one was a little long, or like what I was used to, like 7 days. But then everything after that, even up until now, and I think, don't quote me on this, it's been a while, and I have mommy brain, but I think I had the surgery in 2018. So therefore it's been 2 years. Ever since then, I have had normal periods. Sometimes it's even like 4 or 5 days, which is amazing. Not a lot of cramping, not a lot of agony, like all the stuff that I dealt with the fibroids. So to answer that question, since I've had surgery, my periods have been amazing. They've been bearable. They've been normal. I feel normal. So yeah, the surgery really helped. And for anybody, let me just say, for anybody who's on the fence about having the surgery, this is what I will say. Because I am a Christian and I do believe in God healing us. And I believe our bodies are created to heal themselves. I also believe that doctors were created for a reason. So with that being said, for years, I prayed for God to heal me. I did different like eating regimens, and I did like the alkaline diet. I'm a super healthy person anyway. I mean, besides me, what I'm eating. I like to eat healthy, but sometimes I like to, you know, splurge or whatever. I did all the diets. I did everything. I'm not a big meat eater, even though you see me eating chicken. Like it's probably like the only piece of, like the only meat that I'll eat like just a week. I don't do a lot of meat. I used to be a strict vegetarian. So during that process, I quit eating meat again completely. Then I tried to be a pescatarian. And sometimes these diets helped with the symptoms. And every time I go back to the doctor, I'd be hoping for some dramatic to happen. And sometimes when I would go, I would see a decrease in the size. But having a regimen like that takes commitment. Not that I couldn't do it. Very expensive. Very, very expensive. So I could only do what I could do, basically. I said all that to say this. I feel like God uses different avenues to heal us. I told God, I said, listen, I've been praying for this for a long time. And if it is for me to have a surgery, and you're gonna heal me at the hand of the doctor, like you're gonna work through the doctor to heal me by taking these out, I'm okay with that. I prayed about it and I was settled in my spirit. And the initial doctor that was supposed to do it, she didn't do it. And that's in one of my videos. I really think, I was upset, but I really think that was God. Definitely that was God. Because the doctor who ended up doing it did an amazing job. He was like one of the best here in Texas. So I said all that to say, don't rule out surgery. It wasn't the avenue that I wanted to go, because then I had to have a C-section with my son. I have a scar, but the scar is very minimal. So yeah, don't rule surgery out. Another question that I get is, were you scared? Abso-freaking-lutely. I've never had a major surgery. I was nervous because I had already dealt with so much blood loss. I had been going through iron infusions and so many other different things, just lack of energy. And I was on the verge of a blood transfusion several times during this whole process with these fibroids. And so I was nervous about the blood loss. I was seriously nervous. But again, I had some support there. My mom and my husband. And I prayed about it. And I was like, God, I'm just trusting you to take care of me. And that's all I could do. And I went on that. Surgery went fine. I stayed in the hospital, I think like 2 days. They make you like have a bowel movement. I was like walking that evening. So my body was just ready to just get into recovery mode. So yeah, so I was definitely scared. But I will say, whatever faith you have, just put your faith in that, and hopefully you have a support system and know that everything's gonna be all right. And like I said, I'm here for anybody who reaches out to me. I mean, I pray for the people who reach out to me. I do my best to encourage the people, because like if you've never had these demons, these monsters inside of you, you have no idea what people like us have went through and have experienced. It's hard. And it's it's hard emotionally as well as physically. One of the other questions that I do get a lot, I did get a lot of questions about how many fibroids I had. And if I can find the picture, I'll put it up here. I had 22. I was basically 9 months pregnant. So I had a lot. I've been dealing with it for 5 years, like since right before I got married. So yeah, I had quite a few. And so for you ladies who don't have as many, just know I'm on the other side of this stuff. You can be too. Don't be afraid. Don't let the fear of surgery hold you back from getting back to your normal life, for sure. Also, I kind of touched on this earlier with the regimens. I get a lot of questions about, like, what can I do to reduce the size? There's a lot of studies and research out there on, like, people who do different things. Specifically, I would say cut out meat, cut out preservatives, cut out caffeine, hence I'm drinking coffee now. As much as you can. Drink a lot of water, a plant-based diet if you can. Now, some people have had great results from this and some people have not. Like, mine didn't leave. There was a time where they decreased in size, a few disappeared, then some came back, and so it was just like a back and forth thing. So it just really depends on your body and what's going on. Really stand behind the alkaline water. I haven't yet done it since then, but I'm considering going back to doing it again just because it's better for your body. Stress plays a huge factor with fibroids. Weight gain plays a huge factor with the fibroids. So try to keep your stress level down. And that was definitely an impact for me, which is why I think that I struggled so hard with them, is because I am a highly stressed person. Not to go too much in my business, but life is stressful sometimes for me. Just things you deal with, things you go through. Now I have a kid. I didn't then, but some women already have children and dealing with these things. So stress is a huge factor. And you want to, like I said, you want to try to keep your weight and stuff down as much as you can, because gaining weight can cause you more issues with the fibroids. So yeah, that's that. A lot of people did ask, like, did I pass a lot of blood clots? Yes, lots of blood clots. So don't let that scare you, like, while you're dealing with these, because I thought like I was dying, you know, because they were so huge. But I mean, it's something normal with fibroids, and some people have them. And the bigger they are, depending on where they are, there's so many different, like, types of fibroids. I don't know the technical terms. If I find some of the stuff that, you know, that I've researched or the doctors have told me about, I'll put it on here. But even if not, you know, if you guys want a video about that, I'd be more than happy to do that as well. But there's so many different types of fibroids depending on where they are, like inside your uterus, outside your uterus. They can be really anywhere. It will depend on the type of symptoms that you do have. But I did pass a lot of blood clots. Make sure, also people have asked me what supplements I took. I just made sure I took my daily vitamin. I also took a lot of iron just because I dealt with the iron. I feel like if you need to do iron infusions, do that. I didn't respond to the pills, so iron infusions was the only way to go. And it helped with my energy because my energy was so low all the time. So definitely make sure you keep a daily vitamin and make sure you're taking your iron, or, you know, considering iron infusions to help your body out. Let's see. I'm trying to think of any other questions that I've had. Oh, my recovery time frame. I was about a 6-week recovery. A lot of pain when I left. A lot of pain. Like, you know, because she cut me open. You know, she did the bikini cut. And like stretching. Oh my God, you could feel like the incision. So very painful. I suggest not doing hardly anything, because the thing with me was I was still doing stuff that I wasn't supposed to do. It's a whole nother story. But I injured myself. I injured myself. I pulled a muscle. So it took the process of me healing a little bit longer. So standard time frame was 6 weeks, but then I had to add an additional 2 weeks because of the pull muscle. Like I pulled a muscle like in my growing area. It was weird. I don't know. And on top of that, I ended up having an infection. So make sure you keep your incision as clean as possible. If you have animals, just like, you know, make sure you're washing your hands and things like that, because my dog actually got sick and he was sitting on my lap. He vomited and peed on me, soaked me, and it got into my incision. I ended up having a infection. Thank God it wasn't like a staph infection. It was just kind of like pussy or whatever. So they gave me an antibiotic and it healed up right away. But the problem with that was I have a lot of scar tissue there now because of the infection. You almost can't see the incision. Even after the second incision with my son, you can just see a little bit on one side. She tried to take as much as she could off of the scar tissue. She did a really good job of it. But when I had the fibroid surgery, there was a lot of scar tissue right there where I had the infection. So yeah, so my recovery time was 8 weeks. I didn't start, and also I get a lot of questions about when I started working out. I didn't start working out. I didn't work out for about 3 months. I just wanted to give myself a time to heal, because I try to go super hard in the gym and I didn't want to, you know, hurt myself. So I took my time. And the doctor will also tell you. Also, I've been asked about conceiving after the surgery. I mean, and this is not necessarily a tricky one. I think again, it's just gonna have to do with your body, because after the surgery, before the surgery, I had 1 miscarriage. After the surgery, I ended up having an ectopic pregnancy, which apparently is normal for people who've had fibroids removed. Yeah, so I ended up having an ectopic pregnancy 2008, yeah, the same year, 2018, towards the end, I got pregnant. Mind you, I wasn't supposed to get pregnant, but I did. Doctor wanted me to wait a little longer, but I ended up getting pregnant, but it ended up being an ectopic pregnancy. So they gave me methotrexate to, I'm just telling you a little backstory. They gave me methotrexate to terminate the pregnancy. And I wasn't supposed to get pregnant it was in December they gave it to me, 2018. I wasn't supposed to get pregnant for like 60 days. I ended up getting pregnant while I still had the methotrexate in my system. So my kid is definitely a miracle child. So basically, it took us 2 tries to get pregnant. Second try was success. Now my fertility doctor was like, I'll give you a whole year from the time you have the surgery to conceive. If it doesn't happen naturally for you, then we'll look at, you know, whatever fertility procedures that they do have. So thankfully enough, I was able to conceive. So it is possible. Just know that, and don't be discouraged. If anybody, you know, says anything different, listen to your body. As women, we have instinct, and you know, sometimes we know and other people may not know. So just listen to your body. Also, I actually talked to somebody recently, and she was saying her mom and other people in her family had the fibroids, and it's like every time I eat this ranch, I want to cough. I think it has too much salt in it. They had fibroids and they ended up having a hysterectomy. She's like, I don't want that. I told her, of course not. So ladies, please always get a second, third, fourth opinion if you need one. Because when I found out about my fibroids, the doctor was ready to cut on me. And I've told this in some of my other videos. The doctor was ready to cut on me, and she wanted, let me see what time it is. Okay, I have to go to work soon. She wanted to basically give me a hysterectomy. She didn't think that I would ever have children. She told me that. And this was right before my wedding. You know, I left her office. She called me later and told me, hey, I don't want you to have any kind of faith or believe that anything other than these fibroids are going to happen. You have to have them removed and you'll never have kids. And I just broke down and cried. But because I'm a woman of faith, I knew that wasn't the answer for me. And so you have to know what's the answer for you. And I got a second opinion. I was not about to just listen to that. And that's when I went on my whole super duper health kick, which is super intense because I was already eating super healthy and clean. And then I started on my different regimens, and then I finally decided, okay, I'm gonna get these removed. But the doctor was like, no, we're gonna remove them. She's like, but you don't need a hysterectomy. She was like, we can remove these. And that's exactly what she did. So it's very important for you guys to take your health in your own hands and do not listen to every doctor, because every doctor is not for you and they do not have your best interest. And sometimes it's all about the money, and that's unfair to you. So ladies, make sure you just listen to yourself, listen to your instinct. And that's what I did. So that's why I'm here today with my child, you know, and I can conceive. Don't give up hope on yourself. Don't give up hope on your body. Don't give up hope on your fertility journey. It can happen for you, and it will happen for you. Now, even though I'm saying that's pretty much it, I think those are like the only questions that I really have gotten over the years. But I appreciate everyone who's responded to any of the videos. I appreciate you guys reaching out to me, because I'm telling you, that does my heart so much good to know that a video I've done has touched so many people. So it's just amazing, and I'll continue doing videos about it if something else seems to come up or whatever. I think women's health is important just because we're women. We wear many hats. Sometimes we don't take care of ourselves just because everybody else needs to be taken care of. So ladies, make sure you get yourself checked, and make sure you do just what's best for you. And if need be, get it, like I said, get a second, a third, and a fourth opinion. You do not have to have a hysterectomy. You don't. So I think that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, if there's any questions that you guys have, leave it in the comments. I can do another video, whatever you guys would like. I just love you guys so much. God bless each and every one of you. I do have to go to work, so I will see you guys in the next video. God bless.